It's very mentally challenging, connecting and having to remember what people care about, what their names are, what their project ideas are, and what their issues. It's a constant challenge. You're always having to remember who cares about what to make those connections. It's emotional. It's an emotional job. Because you get to know what people really care about and what their skills are, you do hear their struggles and their passion. And sometimes that comes from a bad place, or would they say a sad place. The main activities is street walks and outreach and engagement and going along to these places and actually meeting people on the streets. That has to be, for me, at least 60% of your work. There's a lot of creative engagement techniques that have to be involved, because not one technique works for one particular group. So if you're going to a youth club, you can't use the same approach as you would going into an over 50s club. A lot of one-to-one support is needed. There's a lot of meeting people at cafes or in their house or in informal settings. It's that constant support and that constant motivation that keeps the project going. I think if that doesn't happen, nothing would happen. Mediation. Your aim is to make the community more closer and tighter, and there's always going to be complications and issues within that community. It may be that they've been fighting for the same funding, or it may be that citizens don't particularly get on with this particular group in their community. And your role as a community builder is to make everybody as involved and welcome. Project management, there's a lot of project managing other people's projects until they feel comfortable and confident enough to get up and do it themselves. That's quite hard. One of the main things that our mentors have told me around ABCD is to never do for somebody else what they can do for themselves. Event organising, usually it's around 12 events over an 8-month period. But only about 5 or 4 of them are major events. The rest are small, informal gatherings and meetings, just enabling the local organisations, associations and residents to get together and support each other. And always stay in solution focus. There's several times you'll be in a meeting and people get into that deficit kind of, okay, well, this is the problem, this is the issue. So it's having to always turn that back into the glass is half full rather than half empty. And lastly, asset mapping. It's a constant thing you're always doing. If I hear about a project or hear about a person or hear about a resource, I'm always trying to find out where that is and making sure I record that information.